Hello there, and thanks for joining me once again. In today's tutorial I'm going to tie you up a simple little caddis fly pattern. This guy is called the black fluttering caddis, and it's also tied in a ginger color, a tan color. And in my area in the summer I have a lot of these little black caddis dancing over the water, and the trout just love to chase after them. This is a good little imitation for it. I've caught trout on it. So if you have these in your area, this would be a good one to have in your box. So I'll get this guy out of the vise here and I'll get going for you. The hook is a 94840 standard dry. I'm doing this guy on a 14 for the video here. So we'll get him locked down in the vise. And for thread I'm using Danville 6/0 black. So first thing here, I'm going to start the thread. You want to start back behind the eye here, a few eye lengths. So we'll start back approximately, I'd say about 2.5 eye lengths back. Then we're just going to wrap back to the bend here, snip off our tag end, and there's no tail on this pattern here. So okay, there's our thread base. Now the body calls for black dubbing, and I'm just black rabbit dubbing. Any black dubbing would work, and I'm just chose here's ear black with its dubbing plus, has a little flash in it there. So we'll get some wax on the thread here, and I'll get a dubbing noodle started. And you want to have a fairly sparse noodle, but we'll just taper it as we wrap it up. Don't want to go too heavy on the dubbing for this guy. Okay. And you could also use synthetic dubbing if you want it. Ice dub or anything like that, you could change it up. Okay, now we'll start to dub our body here. Now we'll just wrap this guy up and form a little taper as we go. Just a bit, not a lot. There you go. You can see the little taper there. And you can leave those guard hairs in or snip them out, but I usually leave them in unless I get real long ones. I'll snip them out like that guy there. Okay. Alrighty, so our next step is our wing. And I'm making a substitute for the wing as well. The wing calls for some black mink guard hairs out of a mink tail, which I do not have. So I'm going to substitute it with I'm just going to tie in a piece of black antron yarn for the wing. And you want that wing to come back just past the bend of waves there, not too far back. So we'll tie that on top of the pinch. Wrap back, nice snug wraps here. Just like so, and there's our wing. And I'll come in and snip that off the excess. And we'll come ahead and wrap that down good, bind it in nice and tight. Alright, now we're ready to attach our hackles. So there's our wing. Okay, now I have two dry fly hackles ready here. Two black hackles sized up for a 14. And I'm going to tie these guys in here like a usual method for a dry fly, right in front of our wing here. Just like so. And we'll wrap forward on those stems to right behind the eye. Then I'm going to just take my nail and push them up. Then I'm going to put a couple locking wraps in front of them as well. Then we'll snip those out of there. And a few more wraps there just to make sure they're in there nice and secure. Okay. Now we shall begin to wrap our hackles. We'll take that first hackle down and I'll grab them with my hackle pliers here. And we'll just proceed to wrap. First wrap right in front of the wing. Then we'll just go forward here. Just like so. Nice close wraps. Till we get to where we want to tie them off. Okay. That looks good there, and I'm going to come up with a couple wraps behind that tip. and a couple locking wraps in front of them here. And you're bound to trap a few fibers when you do this, and then we'll snip that guy out just like so. Okay, now we'll take the second hackle here, bring him down around, same deal. Okay, and we'll begin to wrap him as well, down around. And with this second hackle, like always when I'm doing a dry fly, I like to zigzag that side to side so it doesn't mat down my fibers of the first hackle. And we'll wrap that forward to the tie off point, and we want to try to tie that off in the exact same spot, so we'll come up around, a couple wraps behind them just like so, and a couple locking wraps. Then we'll come in and snip that guy out just like so. And as you can see, I got a few hackle fibers jetting forward there, but what I do to, you can snip them off, but a lot of times what I'll do is just take a half hitch tool and come up, make a half hitch knot, and just push those back a little, make a couple there just like so. That just pushes those back out of the way so you can get your whip finish in, and he's pretty much a done deal here. Now, couple fibers there I want to snip out though that I don't like. Just still got two there that were trapped in. I'm going to snip them out. There we go. There we go, that's fine. Now I'll just come in now with the whip finisher and 3 or 4 turn whip finish and finish this guy up. You can hold the hackles back, it makes it easier. Just like so. Alrighty. Come around, snug them down tight. Then I'll come in and snip off my excess thread there. There we go. And just have a look, and if you have a fiber or two that you trapped, just snip him out as well. Doesn't hurt, you could actually leave them, it wouldn't hurt it, but I'll snip them out just to make it look better here. If I can get my scissors in there. Alrighty. And one more little guy there. There we go. Well, there we have it, folks. Not a lot to this pattern, but it definitely works. So like I say, I've caught fish on it before, and it works when those little caddis are on the surface. There we go. Another size 14 black fluttering caddis. And one more little step I'll do. I'll put some bone dry on my thread wraps there. Okay. Just bring that in, put a little bit on the thread. Just be careful you don't get any in the eye of the hook. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah, just cure him up with the light and he's a done deal. There we go. So there we have it. So I hope you can tie a few of these up, and I definitely throw them in your box if you have these little caddis you see on the water in the summer. So I want to thank you all for watching once again. I really appreciate it, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that good old subscribe button and the little bell there so you can be notified when I put up new tutorials. I'd really appreciate that a lot as well. And until next time, I want to wish you all happy tying out there, and we'll see you all again soon. And so long for now, folks. See if I can get a little close up on them here, as long as this camera doesn't screw up on me for you. And that's still pretty clear there.